Hello everyone, I just wanted to post a quick channel update video so that you're kind of in the loop as to what's going on in my world here. So you may have noticed like the last 2-3 years I haven't posted very many videos. It's not that I don't want to pursue YouTube or that I don't have ideas for videos. It's just that I've been very busy and had to sort of shift priorities a bit. So I've been going to school the last 2-3 years for computer science degree. I'm basically trying to pursue that as a full-time career path. But what I want to do is use that and implement it inside the audio industry as well. So I want to start making VST plugins and other type of digital signal processing, DSP. Maybe I'll veer towards something like DAWs. That's probably too complex, but we'll see where it goes. And to further explain a little bit more, so I've been still pursuing mixing and mastering, and quite a bit more heavily, actually. That's what's kind of been eating up most of my time. And it's been a little bit more beneficial to pursue that as my free time, Vintique sound focus of work, and putting the YouTube stuff aside for the time being. And more recently, what I've been doing is trying to get my studio optimized for listening, for monitoring, for mixing and mastering. So two major things that I've pursued recently. One of them is these new Neumann KH310 monitors. These bad boys. These are beauties. I realized somewhat recently that three-way monitors have typically better definition in the low-mid frequencies and mid frequencies because the mid-range driver is dedicated to representing mid-range frequencies, and the woofer doesn't have to act both on low-frequency reproduction as well as the mid frequencies. So these should give me a lot more clarity in the low mids and more definition and punch, and be able to tune compressors and EQs more appropriately and faster, and would just make my job as a mixing and mastering engineer that much easier. So number two is not just the actual speakers themselves, but it's tuning the room for the listening environment. So, and that can be broken down into multiple things as well. So the first thing is speaker placement and listening position. Those are important. The second is optimizing the actual room acoustics with absorption and whatnot. Maybe diffusion. It's a bit of a small room to focus on diffusion. So if you have a look here, I have Room EQ Wizard pulled up, and I have been doing a ton of different measurements for the room and speaker placement and listening position and stuff like that. I'm actually going to be posting a video that walks through all these measurements, and basically what I was trying to do was optimize all these different variables with all the existing absorption that I have. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on new materials. What I wanted to do was optimize and learn my current setup as best as possible. So I went through, basically here you can see there's 3 different speaker placements and listening positions, different combinations. And then eventually I started adding a bunch of different panels and stuff in the room. And then I started adding furniture in the room. And then at the very last step, I actually did some speaker setting adjustments. So this is not the final end result, but rather just a way to learn my room and learn all of my existing treatment that I have. This is with one current listening position and studio monitor position with the existing treatment that I have. The whole point of this was to get as many measurements and learn the room and learn my panel setup configuration that I have, and try to optimize that as much as possible before moving to the next step. And part and parcel with that is learning the measurements, learning the different room modes, trying to confirm what the actual room modes are in this room, and see if these calculated theoretical measurements are actually accurate. Spoiler alert, they're pretty darn accurate. So that is very good news because it makes my job easier. You can see here that I have some spreadsheets open. I have some target frequencies of what I want to attenuate and absorb. I have some different listening position measurements, my room dimensions, first, second, third axial room modes. These are theoretical. These are measured before treatment, measured after the treatment. So that is the current state of this pursuit. I will be doing that video, like I said. It will basically walk through everything that I measured, along with pictures all along the way. Next on that list, the second pursuit is these things, which are going to be Helmholtz resonators. So these are currently 8" by 4 feet, and these ones are probably going to be targeting the 71 to 75-ish hertz room modes. I think it's the ceiling, floor to ceiling, and front to back wall that might be out of phase with one another. So I'm going to try and target those frequencies, as well as the big 38 hertz big red blob there. So, and that will be with 12" by 4 feet. So I'll probably end up having 4 Helmholtz resonators, and hopefully that will do the trick as far as optimizing the decay time, and it should bring down the total energy in that room mode. And doing that might actually bring up some of the higher frequencies as well as lower frequencies around 38 hertz. It's definitely not a guarantee. I'm not an acoustician. I don't know exactly how everything is going to pan out, but that's the next step in room treatment. And I'll be making more videos on that as well, so you can see the progress of the Helmholtz resonator journey. And I should plug, by the way, where I sort of sparked some of these ideas from. Think I've heard of Helmholtz resonators and different methods, limp mass absorbers, or whatever they're called, quite a few maybe years ago, but never even thought of them as something to pursue. But I watched a Eric Valentine video, which is, I think, The End of the Acoustic Rainbow, I think it's called, is the title of the video. And he walks through his entire journey with room treatment. And Helmholtz resonators at one point really did start to show some very significant improvements in the decay time. And it actually brought the room mode peak down and rebalanced some of those low frequencies. So that's what sparked the idea to pursue it. And there's a lot of different math and calculations that you have to do. But anyways, that is going to be its own video. I'll go more in depth on that. And lastly, I'm basically just slightly under 10,000 subscribers. And I'm super, super pumped that even with this lack of posting video content, I'm still getting views and I'm still getting either a maintained subscriber base or slightly upticking towards 10,000 subscribers. And I want to and once I'm done my schooling, I'm hoping that I'll have more time to actually produce and post more YouTube content. So Yeah, so that is pretty much it. I don't know if you can see, I don't know if I show this yet, but this is the current kind of iteration of the studio, a much smaller desk space, 2 monitors, top and bottom, and yeah. All right, well, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video, and take care. Bye-bye.